Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Reality Is. My name is Alicia,
And my name is Sanjana.
and just before the show starts, we'd like to let viewers know that the values and opinions expressed on the show do not necessarily reflect the reflect the reflect the opinions of Close Look Productions. They are our opinions and ours alone. And we have a sponsor.
Yeah, so thank you so much to Siri Honda. And you can find them on 152nd Street and Fraser Highway, as well as checking them out on their website at surreyhonda.com.
Awesome. Okay, so let's get started with the show. So let's talk about our topic, Sanjana. And you know what? I feel like the topics are like really curated based on the time that we're like recording the show. So
Hmm.
right now, I mean, we're amidst the holiday season, Christmas, and Christmas break coming up for elementary and high school students and university students.
Hmm.
Um, so, with that in mind, we wanted to talk today about, how to stay celebratory during Christmas during a global pandemic.
Hmm. Yeah, and I think it's such an important topic to address because, yeah, as you mentioned, the holidays are coming up and COVID-19 has been going on for a really long time.
Yeah, far too long.
And we've already sacrificed so many things, so
Yeah.
we might as well celebrate a holiday that means a lot to people.
Right, exactly. And you know what? The holiday means a certain thing. It means like togetherness and really enjoying time with your loved ones, connecting with people, especially, going out and, enjoying things that are very, festive and things like that, right?
Hmm.
But, it's really important, I think, to think about how we're going to celebrate this year. And that's why we thought this would be a really great topic to talk about.
Exactly. And because so many people are already going through losses,
Mhm.
maybe like financial losses or relationship losses and
Yeah,
that kind of stuff. So it's so important that we protect ourselves from maybe these further losses and we're able to still celebrate a holiday that's probably very dear to some people
mhm,
and respecting the traditions that are already there.
right.
But also creating new traditions that kind of reflect the values that we have.
Yeah, exactly. So with that in mind, let's start actually delving into this. So as everyone knows, those that are in the Fraser Valley region, we have a lockdown right now, right? And that's going to be continuing into the new year. And so, you know, it's important to really take the time to think about how we're going to be spending our time
Mhm.
during this, such a symbolic, event or month, and to really think, like, map it out so that we don't, get affected by loneliness, isolation, feelings of uncertainty, all those things, because that's going to make you feel worse. And I know,
Mhm.
Sandra, you actually were talking to me about a study. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, for sure. So there's actually a study from American Psychological Associations, and they basically say that social connection is extremely important
Hmm.
because without it, it's almost like smoking like 15 cigarettes a day, and that's quite a lot.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so
Thinking too many.
way too many. So I guess that really just conveys like how important it is that we stay connected during these
Right.
times,
Yeah.
and especially during the holidays, which really focuses on connecting with family and friends and
Mhm.
showing your love and appreciation for people during that time.
Yes. And you know what? This is the other thing I was gonna say when I was speaking earlier. Yes, we have a lockdown, right?
Mhm.
Yes, we're supposed to socially distance from people, maintain, you know, distance from our loved ones, from other, outsiders. But
Mhm.
that doesn't mean that we can't foster, you know, like an environment, an atmosphere of togetherness, by engaging in activities or engaging in traditions, new and old, that will make us kind of like change the meaning of the holiday season this year.
Mhm.
What are some ways we can celebrate Christmas this year? Not just Christmas, but just the holidays as well.
Yeah, I think it's so important that we focus on spending time with family and friends, and really connecting with the traditions that we actually have for the holidays,
Mhm.
and seeing how do we actually perceive like these holidays? What do they mean to us? And how can we kind of reflect that in a way that we're still abiding by the rules of, social distancing,
Yeah.
but we're also, reflecting the values that we have in terms of what Christmas means to us.
Mhm. And you know what? I think that right now people are thinking that we're losing like we're not able to do the same things that we could last year. We're not
Mhm.
able to get in touch with our traditions, our Christmas celebratory traditions, certain things that we would start doing this year. We just can't do that. So, I think another thing would, like you said, is just kind of revamping your traditions. Try to do the same thing, but maybe in a different way, or
Mhm.
to create new traditions that, given the given the climate of staying at home, um, you probably wouldn't even do those traditions, if there wasn't a pandemic happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's important, I think.
For sure. And earlier over our call, you did mention like you're trying some new traditions. Like,
Oh
what kind of
yeah.
things are you trying?
Oh my
I'm
god.
so curious.
You're gonna put me on the spot like that. Okay, well, the first one I'm doing is, I made Christmas sweaters, with my family. That's something I would never do, to be honest. But
Mhm.
I just thought, it's something that you're connecting with your family, and it's just so fun. And I was sewing after all these years of
Wow.
doing something for so long. It just felt really nice to do something that I enjoyed at one point in my life, but just lost touch with. Um,
Mhm.
and it's just nice. Like it's just a new experience. It's an experience that I won't forget actually. So it's nice to actually really like do those things and see like what rewards, what benefit you have from, doing all these kinds of fun Christmassy things. What about
Mhm.
you? Have you like done anything that's like, oh yeah, because of COVID, I did this?
I feel like I haven't actually done anything. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to
No.
be a Christmas Grinch, guys. But yeah, no, I haven't been able to do as much, but I definitely think like usually my family, we don't really celebrate Christmas. But
Mhm.
now because of COVID-19, I think I would actually like to adopt some traditions and, at least make the house look a little brighter, considering the fact that, it's getting dark outside and also the pandemic doesn't make things any better. So I think adding some light in the house would actually be a good start for
Oh, that's a
me.
good idea. So, anyways, and I know like we did already talk about this, but like, understanding the true meaning of the holidays, which and you and I talked about this, but just slowing down, usually around this time, people are just relaxing, indulging, and like the new year is gonna even come up. So it's like a lot of unwinding, that's something
Mhm.
that can be constant still. Um,
Sure.
and the meaning of the holidays is just, I don't know, merriment, being together, but it doesn't have to mean that we are physically together.
Yeah, exactly. And also just gratitude for what we have.
Yeah,
And
I think we need to really, yeah, focus on that.
exactly, for sure. And now we have a little game to kind of help us understand what are some traditions that we can adopt, what are some things we can take into account while we're reflecting the
Mhm,
value that we have for these holidays. So, Alicia, I'm going to ask you to just name like a few different traditions that people can kind of consider,
mhm.
um, so that they can stay connected with their loved ones during the pandemic.
Okay.
And just to spice things up, I will also time you. You have 10 seconds.
Oh my god.
So, okay, let's start. So, three, two, one, go.
Make sugar cookies, watch Christmas movies, um, make homemade popcorn, make paper snowflakes, make Christmas sweaters. Oh my gosh, 10 sweaters? Or sorry, 10 seconds already? That
Yeah,
was way too quick. Holy. Okay. Like,
I know. Time flies,
but
but yeah, those are some great ideas.
okay,
Like,
so what are some that you have?
oh, that I have. So I was thinking like, because my family really enjoys watching movies, and one way we could stay connected is Netflix party. And I'm not
Yeah.
sponsored or anything, but like I think Netflix party is really good.
Yeah,
Um,
okay. Yeah, that's a good
hmm.
one.
And then there's also the holidays I think is also about like giving back to people as well. And
Mhm.
I found online that you can also give like Christmas care packages to people who are in need as well. So
Oh,
that's
cool.
also another idea. And of course, Skype, Zoom
Mhm.
dinners, maybe even Secret Santa at home.
Yeah.
Um, and like I mentioned earlier, just practice being grateful as well.
Mhm.
I think that those are just a few ideas that I
Yeah.
think of.
And then also, like, this was jogging my memory, but driving to see the lights is also okay as long as, you guys are from the same household.
Hmm.
Um, what else? Um, I think, like, even just mailing gifts would be fine as well. Yeah, it's just I think these are some really simple things you can do because
Hmm.
you're actually indulged in an activity rather than just sitting and thinking about what you're missing out on. So, I think that's the
Hmm.
most important thing is that, of course, this is a very hard time for everyone. Each day is uncertain and it kind of presents very similar feelings of tiredness about the situation and just not knowing how to move forward and when this is going to end. But everyone's in the same boat and everyone has to
Yeah.
stay home. And so let's make the most of it with these little hacks.
100%. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Like, I think it's obviously important to acknowledge that, yes, these are difficult times, but I think we can make the most out of it by trying some new ideas. I know that definitely I would love to adopt some of these things as well, just to, yeah, celebrate what I have and focus on that.
Yeah. So I guess the reality of the situation, I guess I'll do the reality is this week. Um, The
Switching
reality
that.
is, I mean, we already said this, but it's hard right now. Everyone feels very much that things we're all in a rut. There's a lot of things we can't do right now, but that doesn't mean that because there is a lockdown on social gatherings and being physically with people that we can't be there virtually for each other and to invest in activities that provide us with happiness, joy, bit of a distraction, um, and it's something that we'll look back on and see what we did during a time where we thought we couldn't do much. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for watching. To our viewers, to everyone that tunes in, it really means a lot to us, and it's just so nice that we get to do this every week despite a pandemic, that we have a platform to do these things and to connect with our viewers.
And yeah, again, thank you everyone for tuning in and watching us and giving us your support. And we hope that you also choose to connect with us further on our social media platforms. We have Instagram at The Reality Is Show. And we also have an email that you can always email us if you want to, be a guest speaker or be a community member as well.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you taking your time to do that. So you can find us at therealityis@gmail.com as well.
Awesome. Okay, well, thank you everyone, and we'll see you again on Thursday at 6 p.m. Get inspired.